Bonsoir encore et bienvenue à This Be the Verse Poetry for Adults. Back here again in the sub basement of PS 75, the Emily Dickinson School. And oh my stars, I have got to show you this thing I just learned that we can all do on our cell phones. You won't believe it. You won't believe it. It's amazing. First, excuse me, you touch this little button here and this little button there. And do you see the fruit? Oh, excuse me. In a moment, you'll see another fruit. You hold this button and press them at the same time. Yes, you do. Press. No fruit. Ah, fruit. And then it turns black and bliss. Total silence. Today, we're going to be celebrating silence and solitude. And not just because, according to rumors, some people are freaks and must have silence and hold their classes in the sub basement to avoid all distractions, cell phone reception, and wireless access. Not to mention detection from the authorities who may still be searching for the party or parties who jimmied the lock to the teacher's lounge and used up the very last of the tomato juice, Tabasco sauce, and celery sticks. Nor yet is it because the world is just filled with so much noise everywhere. Chatter and talk and music. Everywhere you go, people everywhere. All the time, people talking, chattering, chit-chatting, chat, everywhere, all the time, people talking until it could just... No, certainly not because of that. Emphatically, no. Today, we celebrate silence and solitude because it allows you a space where you can think, a space where you can discover who you are and think about who you want to become. So today, we honor the glory and the beauty and the usefulness of silence and solitude. And we'll begin by a poem by Marianne Moore titled, appropriately enough, Silence. Silence. My father used to say, superior people never make long visits, have to be shown Longfellow's grave or the glass flowers at Harvard. Self-reliant like the cat that takes its prey to privacy, the mouse's limp tail hanging like a shoelace from its mouth. They sometimes enjoy solitude and can be robbed of speech by speech which has delighted them. The deepest feeling shows itself in silence. Not in silence, but restraint. Nor was he insincere in saying, make my house your inn. Inns are not residences. Thank you, Marianne Moore. And now, in the spirit of silence, we will quickly and quietly progress to our dear, dear friend, Walt Whitman, who in this next poem, which is called When I Heard the Learned Astronomer, he talks about the chitter-chatter that goes on about the glories of the universe, and he discovers his own way to enjoy the glories of the universe. When I heard the learned astronomer. When I heard the learned astronomer, when the proofs, the figures, were ranged in columns before me, when I was shown the charts and diagrams to add, divide, and measure them, when I, sitting, heard the astronomer where he lectured with much applause in the lecture room, how soon unaccountable I became tired and sick, till, rising and gliding out, I wandered off by myself in the misty, moist night air, and, from time to time, looked up in perfect silence at the stars. Walt Whitman and perfect silence. You can't get too much better than that, unless, of course, we go to our old friend William Wordsworth, who's the king of quiet recollection. And in this next poem, which is one of his most famous, and it's called I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud, he performs a small miracle by giving us simple, vivid images, and then moves forward to show us how we can use simple, vivid images as a tool for quiet recollection. I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud by William Wordsworth. I wandered, lonely as a cloud that floats on high o'er vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their sprightly heads in dance. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. For oft, when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. And there you have it, my little mischievous ones. Go out and treat yourself to your own company and discover the wonder that is all around you. Pay attention. Until next time. Shh. I am Too Tight Lautrec, and this be the verse.